From the moment we open our eyes each morning, we are bombarded with decisions. What to wear, what to eat, which tasks to prioritize. Every choice, no matter how small, contributes to the overall story of our lives. But too often, we approach decision-making with a sense of apprehension, overwhelmed by the weight of potential consequences. Imagine the pressure of choosing the right college major or accepting a job offer in a new city. These are big decisions, filled with uncertainty and the fear of making the wrong choice. But what if we could reframe this fear, transform it into a sense of empowerment? The ORAD motivation framework allows us to do exactly that. It provides a roadmap, a series of steps to guide us towards decisions that align with our values and aspirations. It reminds us that we are not passive bystanders in the story of our lives. We are the authors, the decision makers, and the architects of our own destinies. The first step in the ORAD motivation process is observation. This is where we begin to gather the threads of our thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Before we can make an informed decision, we must first gather information. This means immersing ourselves in learning, reading, and absorbing as much as we can about the topic at hand. It also involves looking inward, examining our values, priorities, and long-term goals. It's a time for introspection, where we ask ourselves the tough questions about what we truly want from life. What truly matters to us? What are the non-negotiables in our lives? These reflections help us understand the core of our motivations. What kind of life do we envision for ourselves? Creating a vision board or writing down our dreams can help clarify our aspirations and bring them into focus. Once we have a better understanding of our internal compass, we can turn our attention outward. This is where we begin to explore the external factors that will influence our decisions. We need to research our options, weigh the pros and cons, and seek out diverse perspectives. Engaging in discussions with others can provide fresh insights and help us see things from different angles. This might involve talking to trusted mentors, conducting online research, or simply taking the time to reflect and journal about our thoughts and feelings. Each of these activities adds another layer of understanding to our decision-making process. Let's take the example of Sarah, a talented graphic designer at a crossroads. Her situation perfectly illustrates how the ORAD motivation process can be applied in real life. She has been offered a promotion at her current company, which would mean more responsibility and a higher salary. This offer is tempting because it promises financial stability and career advancement. However, she has also been contacted by a headhunter about an exciting opportunity at a competing firm, one that aligns more closely with her creative passions. This new role could provide her with the creative freedom she craves. Sarah begins by reflecting on her long-term goals. She takes some time to sit by a peaceful lake, jotting down her thoughts and aspirations in her journal. She realizes that while financial security is important, she is more driven by the desire to do work that truly inspires her. This realization is a crucial piece of her decision-making puzzle. She then researches both companies, talks to current and former employees, and evaluates the potential challenges and rewards of each opportunity. By gathering all of this information, Sarah is empowered to make an informed decision that aligns with her values and goals. Ultimately, the ORAD motivation process is about gathering the threads of our lives, weaving them together to form a cohesive picture, and using that picture to guide our decisions. It's a journey of self-discovery and empowered choice. Observation provides the raw materials for decision-making, but it's reflection that allows us to weave those threads into a cohesive tapestry. This step is about connecting the dots, identifying patterns, and understanding the underlying causes and potential consequences of our actions. Reflection requires us to slow down, to create a space of quiet contemplation amidst the noise and distractions of daily life. It's about asking ourselves tough questions, challenging our assumptions, and being honest about our fears and insecurities. Returning to Sarah's dilemma, she spends her evenings journaling about her options. She lists the pros and cons of each opportunity, but she also delves deeper into her underlying motivations. She realizes that her desire for a more fulfilling career stems from a deep-seated yearning to make a meaningful contribution to the world through her art. This realization is a revelation for Sarah. It allows her to see beyond the superficial differences between the two job offers and focus on what truly matters to her. She realizes that the promotion, while tempting, may not provide her with the creative freedom she craves. Analyze, deciphering the patterns. Analysis builds upon observation and reflection. It's a process that requires us to take a deep dive into the data we've gathered. It's about taking the insights we've gained and applying logic, reason, and critical thinking to evaluate our options. This might involve creating pros and cons lists, using decision matrices, or employing other tools. Engaging in a thoughtful cost-benefit analysis allows us to clearly see the potential outcomes of our decisions. The key here is to be objective, to look at the data without bias. To avoid letting our emotions cloud our judgment, we need to clear our minds and focus on the task at hand. This doesn't mean we should ignore our feelings altogether. Emotions can provide valuable information. Rather, it's about acknowledging them, understanding their root cause, and then setting them aside momentarily. By setting aside our emotions, we create space for rational thought. Sarah, armed with a deeper understanding of her motivations, creates a spreadsheet to organize her thoughts. She compares the two job offers based on factors such as salary, benefits, and company culture. Benefits and company culture are crucial to her overall job satisfaction. Opportunities for creative growth and career advancement are also key considerations. She assigns a numerical value to each factor, weighting them based on their importance to her. Weighting the factors allows Sarah to prioritize what matters most to her. This analytical approach helps Sarah objectively evaluate her options. She sees that while the promotion offers greater financial stability, it may not bring her the same level of personal fulfillment. The opportunity at the competing firm scores significantly higher in areas that align with her long-term goals. The analysis confirms what her heart has been whispering all along. By combining her emotional insights with objective data, Sarah feels confident in her choice. Decide. Embracing the outcome. The final step in the ORAD process is to decide. This is the moment where all the preparation and analysis come together. It's the culmination of our efforts, the moment we make a choice. It can be daunting, but it's also liberating. Deciding frees us from indecision, allows us to move forward and embrace what comes next with confidence. We've gathered the information, reflected on our values, and analyzed our options. We've weighed the pros and cons and considered what matters most to us. Now it's time to trust our gut and take the leap. It's about trusting that we have the strength and resilience to handle whatever comes our way. There's no such thing as a perfect decision. Every choice comes with uncertainties and risks. There will always be unknowns and potential challenges. Uncertainty is a part of life, and it's something we can learn to navigate with grace and resilience. By following the ORAD process, we can make decisions that are aligned with our values and goals. This alignment gives us a sense of direction and purpose. Sarah decides to accept the job offer from the competing firm. She knows the transition will be challenging, but she's excited to work on projects that inspire her. This decision, while difficult, resonates with her core beliefs and long-term goals. The moment she makes the decision, a wave of relief washes over her. The weeks of agonizing melt away, replaced by a sense of clarity and purpose. This decision marks the beginning of a new chapter in her life, one filled with promise and potential. She has finally chosen her path, and she's ready to embrace the journey ahead. The future is uncertain, but she's prepared to face it with courage and optimism.